I'm joined once again by Patrick Cullen, Managing Director at Multi-Commodity Projects Exploration and Development Group, Tertiary Minerals, EPIC code TYM. Patrick, you're currently in Nevada. How are you today?
Yeah, I'm great. Thanks, Alan. Good to see you again. Yep, I'm in Nevada. I've been in Nevada since last week, Thursday. Been very busy, yeah, it's turning out to be quite a useful trip.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Well, of course, the Pyramid project remains the key focus. You announced yesterday that further high-grade silver and gold samples had been collected across the North Ruth target. This is really scaling up into quite a find, Patrick, isn't it?
It is indeed, and yeah, you've just pulled up the plan there. What I think really one of the comments is that it's really starting to shape up. It's really starting to hang together. On the plan there, you can see those yellow areas. These are the sort of resistive outcropping. We call them ribs. They're resistant ribs. There's jasperite. These are the things that are helping us really hone in on the geometry of this target, and yeah, these are really encouraging results. What's basically happened, Alan, is as we've developed the programs there, going from soils through trenching and starting to understand the geology better. The geologist has been able, and I've been with him in the field. The geologist has been able to really hone in on what's happening, and it's not surprising to me that he's been able to really focus on areas where we're picking up this mineralization. And these are some excellent grades. I just want to underline that 1,200 grams per ton silver is by far the highest grade that we've sampled at North Ruth. And also, what's very encouraging are these gold values that you're seeing cropping up. I mean, two plus grams per ton of gold, very significant. And I'd actually suggested that there was significant gold in the past, but this is especially encouraging.
That's really strong confirmation. So the announcement yesterday really highlighted just how much silver and gold there was taken from the project. So where do you go now? What are the next steps?
So as we laid out in terms of our new strategy, we kind of we put out a document a few weeks back, suggesting what we're about. We're focused on this silver here in Nevada. Basically, the next step is drilling. And so I've given myself the first quarter to achieve that. And so basically that's the reason why I'm in Reno at the moment. I've met with already 4 different drilling companies. I'm meeting with more. I'm having sit downs, actually nuts and bolts in terms of budgets and timing. Nevada's a very, very busy place for exploration and mining at the moment. And so availability is an issue. But, being here person to person, meeting guys, and being on site to be able to lay out and see where the access will be and how that will work. That gives these guys confidence that when they arrive, they can get on with their job. So watch this space. But yeah, that's the task I have ahead of me over the next couple of days.
Excellent. Well, as well as the work at Pyramid, of course, there's a photograph here of yourself and Chairman Patrick Cheetham in the field.
Yeah, no, that's actually, that's actually at Brunton Pass. So you're aware that we have sort of 2 projects we're focusing on at the moment. The silver is advanced now to the drill ready status at Pyramid. At Brunton Pass, it's a copper target. It's in the northeast of the state, a very prolific copper area historically. And yeah, Patrick's been on business with Sunrise. He's involved with Sunrise, as many of the investors will know, and he's come down for a couple of days. Basically, we're doing the handover here. I've taken the reins, obviously in Zambia, which we'll come to now, but in Nevada, this is my first time on these projects. So he's obviously been working them up. That's basically. That's a very nice slide.
Yeah, this is also Brunton Pass, I believe, isn't it? It looks like a fine copper-bearing rock sample.
Yes. So if you go back in some of the announcements that we made around Brunton Pass, remember we only acquired Brunton Pass just a year ago. So I think we've advanced it. We're starting to advance it quite quickly with soil sampling and rock chip sampling. This has come from an area where we reported in excess of a 6% copper sample. As you can see, that's very copper rich. That's the green the malachite and the copper mineralization. That's actually the geologist there, Ivan Johnson, a local geologist, very experienced, been doing a lot of the work. So he's been taking me around there as well, getting me grounded. So yeah, I mean, we're looking to do trenching there, so that's getting planned as well. But the focus, first of all, is the drilling at Pyramid. But Brunton Pass, it's a very interesting area. We've got a primary copper target, but there's other things happening there, and there's been historic workings for various things. So a lot of opportunity at Brunton Pass. Trenching next.
Trenching next. Okay. So moving on from there, you mentioned Zambia just now. We've got the new Zambia Copper Belt exploration licenses in the mix. Any developments there?
Yeah. Okay. So I have a plan, or I wanted to actually drill potentially, or do some further work on the Jacks project in copper, on the copper in Zambia, but we had to wait for permitting, environmental permitting, and that's just the way it happens. We did have a site visit by the authorities last Friday. It's possible that we'll get a permit in the coming days, and we may get some work done there before the rains come in. But I don't, it was always contingent on timing in terms of permitting and the weather. We don't want to be trying to do our first work in Zambia when the rains are coming down heavy. So we'll see how it goes. But there's a lot of work happening in the background around Zambia. So the last announcement, as part of the new statement on strategy and what we're about, we also announced that we'd exercise our option to acquire the other 4 options that came with Marshia. So Jax has been joined by 4 others, and there's a lot of data getting captured, and we'll have a lot of work on our hands in that respect. So I'm pretty pleased about what's happening there, and I think Zambia is going to be, it's going to be hot for next year. But in the meantime, Pyramid, and then Brunton Pass.
Excellent. So looking forward to 2022, Tertiary looks set for a very busy Q1 next year. We looked at this slide, of course, in our last interview. Where do you see the value arriving for Tertiary shareholders?
Well, I think that people who are looking at Tertiary now are interested in Nevada as a jurisdiction in silver, because I think a lot of people consider that the silver price is low when you compare it with the gold price, and that's always something people look at traditionally. I think the first step is to realize that we have a drilling project that's going to start there, and there's an opportunity for investors to take a view that it's something that's starting to hang together. The grades are decent, very good grades in places, and so just looking at what we put out recently, in terms of announcements coming up, it'll be when we get drilling or when we plan, and perhaps other information coming out of Zambia, mostly desktop. But it's definitely going to be a very busy Q1. I guess we're well into December now, but I'm very, very, very looking forward to what's going to be coming our way in the next couple of months.
An awful lot for investors to look forward to. The newly structured Tertiary Minerals looks set to deliver in spades next year, doesn't it? Look, Patrick Cullen, thank you for joining us today and taking time out of your busy schedule. And if we don't speak before, a very Merry Christmas to you and yours.
Okay, thank you, Alan. Thanks very much.